Okay, welcome. This is the second video in part 4 of analytical geometry on intersection and shapes. Now you'll see the things we're going to go through, and let's go straight into these ideas. So if you are given a triangle, there are three, maybe possibly new bits of terminology here. First is altitude. Now for altitude, I think the best thing is to think about is height. So kind of what's the height of this triangle here, which means it's at 90 degrees to the base. And just think, if you looked at some sort of mountain and you were looking at what's the height of this mountain, well, you'd say, well, it's this point here because it's the height, it's 90 degrees if I went in the way. It's in, the height of that. So that's why I say think of perhaps height when it comes to that word altitude. Okay, second thing that you might look at is the median. Now the median in statistics is the middle value. So median is just another word really for middle. So you're seeing this median, this dashed line over here, is in the middle of the base. Now, of course, you might have a triangle and you asked the median that cuts through this point here. So there are three possible medians in a given triangle, or this particular one. Okay, and the last one is perpendicular bisector. Now we already know what the word perpendicular means. It means at right angles, and bisecting means cut in half. So we're seeing where's this line that cuts this base in half and also is perpendicular. So of course, if your triangle were there is another perpendicular bisector that doesn't necessarily go there. Maybe it would go through there at 90 degrees that cut it in half. So it may or may not go through another vertex. Okay, so three bits of terminology. Okay, some properties of quadrilaterals. Again, revision, you've seen some of these, but just a reminder about them, and you'll need these ideas when you do the exercise that's coming up. That, of course, if we say something about a rectangle, well, we know that opposite sides are equal. We haven't written out there, we know that. We know that these are all 90 degrees. But maybe some ideas that we need to just remind ourselves are, in a parallelogram or rectangle, if you've got a rectangle and you draw some diagonals, they bisect each other. So that is equal to that. Maybe something we can't right remember. If we draw a rhombus or a square, these diagonals, they intersect at 90 degrees. So I already think at some stage we're probably going to use that idea that the gradients, their product is -1. So those are the ideas. Kites also, the diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. So those are some of the ideas that we'll need when we do the exercise. So that's the end of part 4. Wasn't a whole lot that we did but talked about, because the fun to be had is all yours in the exercise. So there it is. Boom. Have a look. Enjoy. I'll see you in part 5.